Hi, welcome back to Be Creative Stamping. Today I want to share with you this little Easter treat. This was given to me just a few weeks ago from one of my Hostess Club ladies. And here you can see she's added some little Easter grass to go with the little chocolate rabbit. And she's used the Scalloped Tag Punch there at the top and a few other items. And so today I am going to demonstrate how I created my Easter treat. I actually modified it, and so you're going to see that mine is a little bit skinnier than the original. And here's our little bunny, and I also have a little lamb and a duckling. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the supplies that we'll need to create our Easter treat. We're going to use the Lent mini lambs, and you do get 5 per carton. And also the mini chicks, again, they're 5 per carton, as well as the gold bunnies. And these are all made by Lent candies. You'll also need some ink, and we're going to use strawberry slush and wild wasabi. It depends on which Easter treat that you're creating as far as which ink you're going to use. And as far as punches, we've got the Scalloped Tag Topper Punch. The word window punch is retired, but I'll give you some optional ideas instead of this. And then the extra large oval. And this little flower is in a punch pack, and I'll put that on the screen as to what the name of this punch set is. The stamp set we're using today is Teeny Tiny Wishes. It's still available, and you can purchase it in wood or clear. And we're going to use the Happy Easter that is located in the stamp set. So I think we're ready to get started. We're going to start with the 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of cardstock. I am going to use pistachio pudding, and you want to locate that 8.5 inch side, and you're going to turn it in your paper cutter or Stampin' Trimmer, and we're actually going to cut this at 2 inches. So our measurement is going to be 2 inches by 8.5 inches. And so while you're at it, it's best to go on and just cut all of them. So let's do another 2 inches, and I will be able to show you how many you can get out of one sheet of cardstock. And let's see. I don't have a whole lot of room to work with the tripod in the way, so it's very hard maneuvering things. This is going to be our last one. There we go. And so one sheet of paper, we're able to get 5 of these treat holders out of that. And so 5 come in a package, so it works out perfectly. Now, the next thing we're going to want to do is to punch the ends of our paper. And you'll see this is why I made this 2 inches, so that it will slide in here perfectly. So, we're trimming that end, and we're going to turn it all the way around to the other end and punch that. So now that that part is done, we're going to score it. Okay, so now we're going to score our treat holder, and we are going to put the top of this little tag right there on this line. It's 3 3/4 inches, and that's where you want to score it. And so I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way. This is my scoring blade, and I'm going to make a score line right there. Now we do need to make one more score, and so I'm actually going to turn this sheet of cardstock all the way to the other end, and I am going to score. So now we have our 2 score lines that are needed. We are going to use Fun Frames. It's 2 embossing folders that are packaged together. There is the oval one. So let me just slide my paper in here so that you can see the oval frame better. And then this one is rectangular, and so I'm just going to put it here. You can see it a little bit better when you have paper underneath of it. So for today, we're going to use the oval one, and right where this first score line is where I'm going to rest that. So it's right up against that embossing folder. And then this part here, I want to center it. So I'm making sure that I get that centered. And that should do it. And I can even fold this now, and it's ready to be embossed. Now I'm going to use my Textured Boutique. All right. You can also use your Big Shot. I've decided to use this because it'll be a little bit faster for me. And then I don't know if you can see this, but I have made the sandwich and the embossing folder's in there, and I'm just going to tuck this in to the boutique. And then I am going to start turning. So once I get this rolled all the way through, I'll show you what it looks like. So it's now out of the Textured Boutique, and you can see that I have this beautiful embossed oval image. I want to also do the other side, so let me show you how to do that. Again, you'll insert your cardstock, and that score line will rest right on the end of the embossing folder. And then I'm just going to center this. Just want to get it just the way that I want it to look. Now this time, I'm going to leave this out because I really don't want this embossed image to get smashed. So for now, I'm going to leave that out. And I am going to use the Textured Boutique again. I'm holding everything really tight so that my paper doesn't move. And I'm going to roll this through the Textured Boutique. And there is one little trick I want to show you. So bear with me. Everything is pretty tight around here, and I'm afraid I'm going to hit the tripod legs. So as I roll this through, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Again, this is super tricky with the tripod. What I'm doing is I'm rolling this all the way through, but I'm going to stop right here because I don't want to smash this raised image. And so now I am going to back up the Textured Boutique, and as you can see, it's coming back out because I have reversed the handle. All right. And I'll be able to show you what that looks like. Here we go. Now I can straighten up a little bit. And here is the other side. It looks like I could have rolled it through just a little bit more, but still, this can be the back of the treat. Okay, so my next little trick is we're going to punch out these ovals, okay? And I like to use Post-it notes to help me do that. And I'm actually going to pull off 2 Post-it notes so that it'll make it much easier to punch out the shape. Now, remember with the Post-it note, there is a sticky side, and we need some of that sticky stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, insert that into the punch, and now I am going to just use one of them. So what I'll do is I'll position this how I want it. I've decided I want it right there. It's just going to make it easier for me to punch out that oval, okay? So there we go. It's punched out. And now I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to center that. And it gives me a guide as far as where to punch, because it can be kind of hard to see if you just insert the punch. So here we are. I've got a little bit of Post-it note right there, so I'll get rid of that. And we're ready for the next step. I'm ready to add the little chick, and there are two ways that I can do that. I can put some snail right here on the bottom, or I could add a few glue dots. And I've done it both ways, so I'm actually just going to add some quick glue dots. I'm just rubbing the bottom of that chick onto the glue dot. And now I'm going to just put her right in here, and she can peek through the window. Now you can also add some little Easter grass to this. You could hot glue it in, or probably use some snail and put the Easter grass down. I just didn't have any. So now that this cute little chick is inside, I am going to take some chevron ribbon, and I believe this one's called Crushed Curry, but it reminds me of So Saffron, so it's kind of a pastel kind of a yellow. All right, now I'm just going to loop this once, and any ribbon you have at home will work for this. And now I'm going to trim it with my ribbon scissors, just like that. And then I'm going to add a little Happy Easter to that. I'm just using a scrap piece of Whisper White. I decided to use Wild Wasabi ink. My Happy Easter. There it is. And now I'm going to punch it out with the word window punch. Now, if you don't have this, you can easily make a banner. And I'll even show you how to make a quick banner. I don't want to get it too short because I'm going to use the word window punch. If you just cut it down the middle and then angle it at each side, you could certainly have a little banner. I've got the word window, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And this time I'm actually going to stamp towards the side and punch that out. And then I'm going to add a little flower, and I'm going to add this one right here, this little So Saffron punch flower. I've already taken time to punch that out. And now we're ready to add a little pearl. So let me get these out. I'm going to use my scissors to lift up this pearl, and I'm going to stick it right on the center. You could use a bigger pearl if you want. I'm going to use my dimensionals. So I'm going to use the outsides of it and because I really need just a little strip. So let's pull that out. And we're going to stick this right on the back. And then we're going to stick it right across here. Okay, so now we have our little Easter treat, and it's a little chick. And of course, here's the back. And remember, we put this in the back because it wasn't embossed all the way through. So there's the little chick. And let me show you the lamb. This is with the strawberry slush ink and a pink pirouette flower and pearl. And this is also, I believe it's Blushing Bride chevron ribbon. And this ribbon is located in the Idea book and catalog. And one more, we've got our cute little rabbit. And this is crisp cantaloupe cardstock with pistachio pudding flower and wild wasabi ink. And here you can see that we've used some more chevron ribbon there. I may not have told you these cardstock colors. So this is strawberry slush cardstock with the pink pirouette, and this is the pistachio pudding cardstock with the So Saffron flower. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this Easter treat, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for buzzing by.